right? So and also we can use for synchronous as well as asynchronous communication. So next write down, okay, for synchronous as well as asynchronous communication here. Synchronous and asynchronous communication here. Synchronous as well as, if you want, you can use for asynchronous communication also here. Asynchronous communication also here. Synchronous as well as asynchronous communication also. So this is the next capability what we can see here. So you should know what I mean by synchronous as well as asynchronous communication in CPI here, right? So now synchronous is nothing but, okay, see a two-way communication here. Synchronous is nothing but two-way communication here. Synchronous is nothing but two-way communication here. First, we'll talk about synchronous here. Synchronous indicates it's a two-way communication here. It's a two-way communication here. Synchronous is nothing but two-way communication here. So what do you mean by two-way communication here? See here, the source system will send a request. The source system, it may be anything here. The source system, so it may be SAP or non-SAP, right? It may be SAP or non-SAP. Okay, this SAP or non-SAP, it is a cloud or on-premise applications here. Cloud or on-premise applications here. Cloud or on-premise applications here. The source system will send a request. And it will wait for the, it will send to the request to the target system. The target system may be anything here. Again, see here, it may be SAP or non-SAP, right? It may be cloud or on-premise application here. It may be cloud or on-premise applications here. It may be cloud or on-premise applications like that we can see here. Okay, now the source system will send a one request to the target system, and it will wait for the, and the source system will wait for the response. Source system will wait for the response. Source system will wait for the response here. So that is called as a synchronous communication here. That is called as a synchronous communication here. Okay, it is a two-way communication here. See, for example, here, let's take an example here. So this is my source system, right? This is my source system here. So it may be SAP or non-SAP here. Again, it is a cloud or on-premise applications here. It is a cloud or on-premise applications here, right? It is a cloud or on-premise applications. See here, it is a cloud or on-premise applications here. Cloud or on-premise applications here. On-premise applications here. It is a cloud or on-premise application. Again, we have the corresponding target system here. So it is on-premise applications here. Again, we can see the corresponding destination system here. See here, this is my destination system. Now directly we cannot communicate these two applications here. Okay, that's what we are going to use the corresponding one. Okay, middleware here. That is called as a SAP CPI or integration suite here, or integration suite like that we can see here. Integration suite here. Now see here, okay, so the source system here, okay, from source system we'll get a request. This is the request like this. So this is the request, some X or Y request, you'll get it here. Same request, it is going to post into the corresponding, okay, so this destination system here, right? Again, we'll get the corresponding response back here. Okay, based on that request, again, we'll get the corresponding response back here. We'll get the corresponding response back here. This is my synchronous communication here. This is my response here. See here, we have the corresponding response like that we can see here. See here, this is the response like that we can see here. So this is called as a synchronous communication here. See here, we have a forward direction as well as the corresponding backward direction. That is called as a synchronous communication here. For example, let's take a, okay, so we have a one flow here, right? I'm going to pass some invoice number here. I'm going to pass a one invoice number here. Invoice number as a request. Correct. So the same invoice number, okay, it will go into okay, so it will okay update into the corresponding destination system here. This is the invoice number here. So based on invoice number, okay, so we need to check in the okay target system whether the payment is made or not for the particular invoice. Payment made or not in the particular invoice number here. So the status we need to get here. Based on invoice number, we need to get the status of the particular okay payment, particular status of the particular invoice here, whether the payment is made or not, we need to get here. Right. So it means that the response what we'll get here. So this is the payment status here. Payment status. Right, whether it is a paid or unpaid like this, whether it is a paid or unpaid of the particular invoice payment like this, correct? So this is what that source is expecting here. So this is what the source is expecting here. This is the payment information here, right? So the same, okay, so data it is going to post into here. See here, this is called as a synchronous communication here. This is called as a synchronous communication here. So this is called as a synchronous communication here. Are you clear? So this is called as a synchronous communication here. So it means that it is a forward direction we have as well as backward direction, both we can see here. So depends on our requirement here. Okay, so sometimes you need to implement a synchronous flows. This is the one flow here. This is called as a one end-to-end flow here, right? So this is the two-way communication flow here. Next, same way we can define the corresponding asynchronous flow here. Asynchronous is nothing but one-way communication here. Next one is the asynchronous is nothing but one-way communication here. So next, write down asynchronous communication here. See, asynchronous is nothing but one-way communication here. Like a postcard, here. It's a one-way communication here. The source system will send a request to the corresponding target system. And okay, so the target system never send response back to the source here. And the target system never send response back to the source system. Here. So this is called as a asynchronous communication here. Source system will send a request to the target system, and the target system never send the response back to the source system. Never send response back to the source system here. This is called as a asynchronous communication. It is also called as a one-way communication here. So here I'm going to pass some details here. Okay, some X or Y details here. Right, see here, this is the details here. Okay, I'm going to pass employee data here or orders here, right? Order information I'm going to pass here, particular orders data. See, the same orders data it is going to post into the corresponding target system. Okay, based on the data they'll take further actions here, right? So it means that okay, the same data it is going to post into the corresponding this system here. Okay, but you won't get any response here. That is called as a asynchronous communication here. That is called as a asynchronous communication, like that we can define here. Asynchronous is nothing but one-way communication, like a postcard here. So these capabilities also we can see in the corresponding CPI integration suite here. Clear? So these are all some of the capabilities what we observed in a CPI integration suite level here. Yesterday we have discussed some of the capabilities here. So just now I given one more, okay, two more capabilities like that we can see here, right? So if you observe here as of now here, see here. So if you take array, okay, so this CPI okay integration suite here. If you want, you can use any domain organization here, So let's put the corresponding here, irrespective of any domain organization here, See here, it may be pharma domain organization, right? It may be pharma industries here. It may be, okay, manufacturing domain organizations here. It may be textile domain organizations here, right? Okay, it may be textiles domain organizations here, right? So it may be, okay, so energy related domain organizations here. It may be banking here. Okay, if you want, you can use any domain organizations here, any domain, etc. here, any domain organizations here. Right? If you take any domain, if you take any organization here, organization is not a single entity. It contains n number of business systems here, n number of business systems here, n number of business systems here. Right? To run these business systems, we are going to use two applications here. We are going to use a mixed of applications. That's what we discussed, correct? We are going to use some mixed of applications here. We are going to use some mixed of applications here, right? Some are SAP applications, right? We are going to use some SAP applications here, right? See here, this SAP level. Okay, so here we are going to use some SAP applications here. It may be SAP level. Okay, so SAP or ECC applications here. So from SAP, here we can see the corresponding either cloud applications or on-premise applications here. Now we know that what do you mean by on-premise, what do you mean by cloud here, right? So like that we are going to use here. The similar way here we are going to use some non-SAP applications also here, non-SAP applications here. So this non-SAP level, again, we can see some of the, okay, it may be cloud or it may be on-premises like this, we can see here, on-premise applications like this. Okay, so this is my on-premise applications like that we can see here. Right, okay, so we like that we are going to use the applications here, like that we are going to use a applications like this. So it means that we are using the corresponding fixed application. We are using some mixed of applications here. Some are SAP, some are non-SAP like this here. And also we are using something here. Okay, social networks are like different applications here. See here, directly we cannot communicate. See, let's take some of the applications here. Let's take the corresponding SAP here. See here, this is my SAP here. Right, this is my SAP here. See here, SAP ECC here. Okay, first we are using ECC here. ECC 6.0. This is the on-premise applications here, or ERP system here. Right. So now from here, we are using some of the applications here. We are using SD and we are using MM. Again, we are using FICO. Again, we are using HCM. Okay, again, we are using SCM, supply chain management here. Like that, we are using a multiple applications here. So this is called as a on-premise applications like that we can see here. This is called as a on-premise applications like that we can see here. Okay, this is my on-premise applications. So this is called as a on-premise applications like that we can see here. So this is called as a on-premise applications here. The similar way here we are using some of the SAP cloud applications also here. See here we are using some of the cloud applications also here. Okay, let's take the corresponding cloud applications also here. Some of the cloud applications here. Some of the cloud applications here. See here we have a S4HANA. This is the cloud here. And also we have a S4HANA, the on-premise also we have here. We have a cloud for customer, for example, here. Next one is we have a, okay, so next one is the cloud for customer. Next one is we are using SuccessFactors here. SuccessFactors. So next we are using Ariba, okay, Ariba here. So next one is we can see the corresponding different, okay, so field glass, right? So like that we have the corresponding multiple things here. We have a Hybris here. So next one is we have a simple finance here. Like that we have a n number of applications what we are using here. Like that we are using n number of applications here. So these are all called as a cloud applications from the SAP here. Some of the applications what we are using here. Some of the applications what we are using from the cloud here. Clear? The similar way here. Okay, now see here. Okay, so again we are going to use something here, non-SAP applications here, non-SAP applications here. These are all non-SAP applications like that we can see here. Non-SAP applications here. See here. Okay, so first again on-premise here. See here, the black one is the on-premise applications, right? Same way here we'll take the corresponding some of the on-premise applications here, right? See here, let's take some of the, it is a file based applications here or SFTP based applications here. So next one is the Oracle based applications here. Some of the .NET based web services based applications here. So next one is web services. Right, next we can see the corresponding mail based applications here. Like that we have a n number of applications here. Like that we have a n number of applications here. So this is the non-SAP on-premise applications here. The similar way here we are using something here, cloud-based applications also here. What are the cloud-based applications here? Assume that, okay, so AWS here, Amazon Web Services here. Under Amazon Web Services, we have a S3 here. Amazon S3 system, AWS S3, simple storage system like that, right? Again, we have the corresponding AWS, okay, different applications here. SQS like that we can see here, simple queue system like this. Okay, this is the one more system like this here. So next one is the AWS, okay. So SNS like that, a simple notification system like that we can see here. These are all systems in the AWS here. Right, again we have a MuleSoft here. Okay, again we have a MuleSoft here. Okay, again we have a Microsoft Azure here. Microsoft Azure here. Microsoft Azure here. So next one we have a Workday. We have a Salesforce here. We have a Salesforce. So like that we are using n number of applications here, and also here we are using something here, REST based applications here. And here we have the corresponding HTTPS applications also here, like this. Like that we are using the corresponding, we have the corresponding, okay, applications here. It means that, so in our landscape, we are using these many applications here. Okay, so to run our business here, to run our projects here, we are using these many applications here. Some are SAP, some are non-SAP, some are on-premise, some are cloud from the SAP as well as non-SAP here. Now, I told you right previously, okay, so each and every application understand their own standard format. So directly we cannot communicate with one application to another application here, one application to another application here. Then how you are going to integrate these applications here, how you are going to extend the data between these applications here, using CPI here. Okay, using CPI here. See here, this is my CPI like that we can see here. So, okay, to integrate all these applications here, so here we are going to use the corresponding SAP CPI, or it is also called as a integration suite here. It is also called as a integration suite here, right? So SAP CPI is the single component here. It is also called as a HCI here. So where the integration suite is, that is a one umbrella. In this umbrella, we can see the multiple, okay, applications here. One is the CPI, one is the open connectors, one is the integration advisor, one is the APIs. Like that, we have the corresponding multiple applications we see under this umbrella here. Under this, that's what it is called as a suite here. It is also simply people will call it a suite. Right, see here. Okay, now see here, in order to integrate all these applications here, we are using the corresponding CPI here. Now CPI also understands only this is the camel XML format here, Apache camel XML format here. See here, this is the camel XML format here. It is implemented based on Apache camel only. It is implemented always, it is based on Apache camel XML format here, right? Apache camel XML format here. Indirectly it is XML only. Our case is it is XML only here, right? So now it understand Apache, okay, camel XML format here, right? It means that see here, okay, if you observe here the input of the, okay, so CPI is XML Apache camel, where the output of the CPI also again Apache camel like this. It is implemented based on, okay, enterprise integration patterns here, Apache camel integration patterns here. See here, this technology is implemented, see here, Apache camel, see here, Apache camel EIP, enterprise integration patterns here. See here, this is the Apache camel like this. This is implemented like this. It is implemented this one. See here. So it is implemented here. The camel supports most of the enterprise integration patterns from the excellent book of, okay, this one here. See here, this is this they followed this format here. This is the Apache camel here, right? See here, these are all patterns what we have here. Based on that, our CPI is implemented here. See here, the same thing, whatever we can see here, okay, all the things we can see here, right? How you are going to filter, how you are going to route the message, how you are going to translator here, how you are going to generate endpoint here, point-to-point channel here, how to subscribe. Okay, so now like this, we have multiple options here. How to build the corresponding message bridge here, right? Request, reply, event message, return address, correlations here. Everything it is implemented based on Apache Camel itself here. That's why no need to learn these things here. So we are going to learn, okay, so our SAP CPI. But okay, so you should know you are the CPI, you are going to become as a CPI consultant, you are going to become as an integration expert in the cloud middleware. So you should know, okay, on what basis it is implemented here. It is implemented based on Apache Camel here. Okay, so in Apache Camel, there is a one option here, enterprise integration patterns. Using these patterns, based on these patterns, it is implemented here. Clear? So just you need to remember this also here. Right, so that's what I'm giving here. See here, this is, it is based on Apache Camel here. Okay, now again, if you observe here this, okay, so SAP format, it may be on-premise or cloud applications here. SAP format cannot understand by the corresponding our CPI, or CPI format cannot understand by the corresponding non-SAP here. Okay, so that's what we have here. Okay, so in order to establish the connectivity, in order to convert the corresponding on-premise to the corresponding CPI, or CPI to on-premise applications here, or okay, so here we have the corresponding options here, right? See here, okay, like that we need to identify the corresponding, okay, so connectors we need to identify here. We require the corresponding connectors like this. Indirectly it is called as adapters here. Here, okay, in the CPI level, connectors is nothing but adapters. Connectors is nothing but adapters here. So what it will do, this connector here, okay, just it will provide the communication between one system to another system, plus it will convert one format into the another format here, one format into the another format here, right? See here, okay, so if you deal with any on-premise integration here, see here, this is the on-premise, this is the cloud here. Again, this is the cloud, this is the on-premise applications here. Or this is the on-premise, this is the cloud applications like that. So if you want to communicate with any on-premise applications from our middleware here, right? We would require one tunnel here, that you need to remember here. So that is called as a cloud connector concept here. That is called as a cloud connector concept here, that you need to remember here. So please remember this point here. See here, okay, so we require the corresponding cloud connector concept also here. See here, okay, we require the corresponding cloud connector. See here, so this is CC we required here. What is this here? CC here, cloud connector. It is a tunnel between our, okay, so CPI to the corresponding on-premise applications here. It's very important here. Going forward, we'll discuss. As of now, just remember we record one cloud connector here. CC is nothing but cloud connector here, right? And also here we are going to have one adapter also here. Okay, so here we are going to just see here also we record the corresponding cloud connector here, like this. See here, okay, we record the corresponding cloud connector here. You need to remember this point here. Okay, so just I'm trying to give once again here. So if you want to communicate with any on-premises applications from our CPI, from our integration suite here, so directly we cannot communicate with this on-premise applications from the CPI. So that's what we require, one tunnel, we require one mediator, we require the corresponding one gateway to communicate with these on-premise applications from our cloud middleware here. That is called as a cloud connector concept here. Cloud connector here. That's what I given CC here. Only it is on-premise applications here. Irrespective of it may be SAP or non-SAP, it doesn't matter here. So if you want to integrate these applications using our CPI here, always we require the corresponding cloud connector here, right? So next one the same way. So and also, so this, okay, from on-premise to first it will come to the cloud connector, from cloud connector to again the corresponding our CPI, it will come to our CPI here. So here we are going to the adapter concept here. Here also we are going to the one adapter concept also here. See here we are going to the adapter also here. Okay, we are going to the one adapters here. We are going to the one adapter also here. So this is the adapter like that we can see here. Okay, you need to use the corresponding adapter also here. Right, the similar way here also the same thing here. Whereas in case of if you want to connect with any cloud applications here, no need to see here. This is the cloud to cloud integration here. See here. So this is the cloud application. This is our CPI here. Again, CPI to the corresponding cloud, or cloud to CPI here, or CPI to the corresponding cloud applications here. So in this case, we don't want any tunnel. We don't want any gateway here. We don't want any reverse proxy communication here. Always directly we can communicate with these applications here. This is the cloud to cloud integration here. This is cloud to cloud integration here. So if you want to communicate with this cloud SAP cloud applications with CPI or CPI to the corresponding cloud applications here, so we require adapters here. Okay, it is also called as a connectors. It is also called as a connectors here, right? We require the corresponding adapters or connectors here. So here also we are going to use the corresponding adapter or connectors here. So here no need to build the corresponding adapters or connectors here. So we have a ready-made adapters here. We have a ready-made adapters or connectors available in CPI. If it is matching for our requirement, just use that connectors here, right? So it means that indirectly, if you want to communicate with any applications, it may be SAP, non-SAP, it may be cloud or on-premise applications here. We would require the corresponding adapter or connectors here. So what it will do this connector here, it will establish the connectivity between one system to another system, plus it will convert one format into the another format here. See here, if you are using this adapter here, adapter means what it will do here, it will establish the connectivity from this system to this system. And so again here also, if you are using this adapter means it will provide the connectivity from this system to this systems here. Plus it will convert this format into the corresponding our CPI format. So once it is converted into the CPI format, here we are going to the validations, filtrations, everything we are going to do here. Again, we can see the corresponding, again, we are going to the one more adapter here to push the data into the corresponding this, cloud applications here. Clear? So indirectly, we would require the corresponding adapters here. So what adapters we have in CPI or integration suite that we need to identify now. So here we have multiple adapters here. Let's enter into the system here. Let's enter into the system here. Let me show you the corresponding adapters here. What adapters we have in CPI level that we'll see now. Let's enter into the CPI. Let me show you the corresponding list of adapters here. Let's enter into the integration suite. Go to the cloud integration. Let's create a new design here. First, let's create a new package. So we'll put the corresponding new package name, CPI underscore. Okay, so this is January batch, right? Okay, so I'll put January 2022 like that. I'll put it here. Right, okay, let's put the corresponding package name here. This is the package like this. Just I'm creating one package here. Now version is 1.0 like that, I'll put it here. Vendor is the SAP like that, I'll put here. Now save it. Now save it here. Okay, the package here, the package has been created successfully here. So let's go to the, okay, so here itself we are going to create the corresponding flows here. Let's add it. See here, there is an integration flow here. We'll discuss what I mean by integration flow, all the things here. Right, so click on integration flow here. Okay, so first I'm creating one dummy flow here, test flow, test like that I'm creating here. Okay, so test underscore new like that, I'll put it here. Okay, now the same thing I'm going to put here. Right, now click on okay. See, and now we would like to see the corresponding adapters here. If you click on the corresponding new here, it will show you the corresponding adapters here. It will show you the corresponding adapters here. So now see here, okay, once you enter into the flow, it will ask you the corresponding source and the target system. It will show you the template here. See here, this is the sender. So this is the sender here. Right, this is my sender system here. Assume that this is my SAP application here. It is SAP cloud here, for example. SAP cloud application like that we can see here. SAP cloud applications like that we can see here. See here, this is my SAP cloud here. SAP cloud like that we can see here. So this is my SAP cloud like this. Right, this is the SAP cloud here. Right, this is our CPI here, cloud platform integration here. This integration process is nothing but it is a cloud platform integration here. So this is my receiver system here. This is my non-SAP cloud here. Non-SAP cloud like that we can see here. Non-SAP cloud like that we can see here. Right, we have two systems here. Okay, so see here, this is a non-SAP cloud like that we can see here. Okay, don't accept spaces here. Just to put an underscore or something. Right, okay, now see here we have a cloud as well as, okay, cloud here. See here, cloud to cloud integration here. In between that we are using the corresponding CPI here. See here, first you need to establish the connectivity here. See here, it will take a connector here. See here, if you put a cursor here, it will show you the corresponding connectors here. Which connector you would like to use to communicate with this system to this system here. Source to the corresponding CPI like that it is asking here. Again, the same way here, if you put a cursor here, see here, it will show you the arrow mark here. Nothing but it is called as a connector here. Nothing but mediator, nothing but adapter here. Right, so now it will ask you what connector you would like to use to communicate with this system like this. Right, so it means that always if you want to establish the communication between source to our CPI or CPI to the corresponding destination system to integrate these applications here, always we require connectors here. Always we require the corresponding adapters here. Let's see here. Okay, so what adapters we have, that we'll see now. Right, if you select this one here, so this is the token template, automatically it will generate here. If you select this, see here we have the corresponding arrow mark here. We have the corresponding arrow mark here. So we have the corresponding arrow mark here. See here, okay, we have the corresponding edit. See here, if you click on this arrow mark here, if you, okay, select the arrow mark, if you drag like this, okay, you need to connect with the CPI, right? If you drag like this, it will show you the list of adapters here. See here, it is asking adapter type here. We have a lot of adapters available here. See here, we have a AMQP adapter, we have a Ariba adapter, right? So if it is SAP Ariba system here, for example, this is the adapter what we are going to use here, right? So if it is a AS2 adapter here, to this is the different version of AS2 again here. We have a FTP adapter here. We have a HTTPS adapter here. Okay, next hypertext transfer protocol. FTP is nothing but file transfer protocol. We have a IDOC adapters here. We have a JMS adapter here. We have a Kafka adapter here. We have a mail adapter. We have a OData adapter here. So next we have the corresponding process direct adapter here. Again, we have a SFTP adapter, SOAP adapters here. success factor adapter, like that we have multiple adapters here, and also we can see the xi adapter also here, right? So like that we can see the corresponding adapters here. So it means that to communicate this source to our CPI here, so here we are going to select one adapter here. On what basis you are going to select this adapter here? Depends on our source application here, depends on our source application or source system here. So if it is FTP application, okay, if it is a mail based application, we'll select a mail adapter. If it is SAP, we are going to select either IDOC adapter or XI adapter or HTTPS adapter, like that we'll select here. So if it is a something here, okay, B2B partner systems, will select the corresponding AST adapter. If it is Ariba, we'll select the corresponding Ariba adapter here. So like that we have the corresponding, if it is success factor system, SAP success factors, then we'll select a success factor. And also if you want, if it is SAP cloud applications here, we'll select the corresponding SOAP adapter. Like that depends on our requirement here. Okay, we'll select the corresponding adapters here, right? So let's select any one of the adapter here. Okay, let's select the corresponding IDOC adapter here. Okay, so assume that this is my SAP application here. Okay, I'm going to select one IDOC adapter here. So see here, it is established the connectivity here. See here, you need to fill the corresponding some parameters when. See here, we selected one adapter here. We selected one IDOC adapter. What it will do here? It will provide the connectivity from this system to this system. Plus, it will convert this whatever data you are getting here, that, okay, so which can see the different format here. So it will convert this format into our CPI understandable format here. So it means that, so the connector itself acts as a mediator between one application to another application here, right? The similar way here, okay, once it is reached to the corresponding CPI, so here we can put the multiple patterns here, multiple palettes we are going to use here. The steps we are going to use here as per our requirement here. If you want to do the validations, filtrations, routings, whatever you want, you can do it here using these palettes, here. So once you do all these validations, filtrations, all these things here, so next one is, okay, the output of the CPI is again XML itself here, right? Again, okay, what you need to do here, you need to send the data to the corresponding target system here. How you are going to send here? Using one more adapter here, See here, again you need to use a one more connector here. See here, these are all adapters what we have here, right? We have a AMQP adapter here, we have a Ariba adapter here, we have a AST adapter, we have a AS4 adapter, we have a Elster adapter, we have a Facebook adapter here. Okay, so if you want to connect with any social networks, this is the one here. Again, FTP adapter here, we have a OData, we have a HTTP adapter here, we have a IDOC adapter, we have a JDBC, we have a JMS adapter here, we have a Kafka adapter here, we have a LDPP. Again, we have a mail adapter, we have a ODC here, open data connectors here. Again, we have a open connectors directly here. And also we have a process direct, we have a RFC adapter, we have a SFTP, we have a SOAP, like that we have a N number of adapters here. So we have a success factor, we have a Twitter. So these are all like that we have a connectors or adapters what we can see in a CPI level here, right? So it depends on our requirement. Okay, we'll see the corresponding, we'll select the corresponding adapter here. Okay, so you need to remember at least these adapters for today here. Then what we'll do here, okay, I'll tell you when we go for the each adapter here. Okay, so to connect with which application, we'll select this adapter that we need to see here, right? So that also we'll discuss here. Okay, let's, okay, you need to remember these adapters here. These are all adapters like that we can see here. Sometimes what will happen, so in this list, okay, to communicate with our system, we don't have any adapters here. So if you want, you can create a custom adapters also, or okay, if you want, you can use the corresponding, okay, different options here. That is a open connectors. If you want, you can use it. Okay, if you want, you can use the corresponding open connectors also here. This, it acts as a mediator again here. See here, okay, we have a lot of open connectors here. If you want, you can use the corresponding open connectors also here, right? See here, there are a lot of open connectors available. Yesterday what I shown you. See here, if you want, you can use the corresponding, you can call these open connectors in our CPI also here. So, and also sometimes what will happen here, some of the adapters are not there in our list here. Some, see here, these are all open connectors here. If you want, you can use this connectors also here to communicate with that, okay, any new system here, right? And also sometimes what will happen here, okay, we don't have any, let's select any one of the adapter here. See here, I'm going to select any one of the adapter here. Let's select any one of the adapter here. Let's select any one of the, okay, adapter here. Mail adapter, assume that. Right, now save it. Okay, now that's when anyway it will say red mark. We need to give a connection details. Sometimes, for example, if you don't have any adapter here in the list, right? So if you want to connect with the AWS here, Amazon here, Amazon Web Services here. So then we have the corresponding adapters here, Web Services, Amazon Web Services adapter like this. You need to download this adapter and you need to call in our integration flows, right? So like Salesforce, okay, Salesforce, we don't have any adapter here. See here, we have an adapter like this here. You need to download this content. These are all add-ons like this. This is this here, Salesforce adapter like that we can see here. Right, so like that we have the corresponding adapters concept here. So indirectly, so if you want to communicate with any applications, any cloud applications from the CPI or integration suite here, so we have a connectors concept here, we have a adapters concept here, we have the corresponding adapters concept here. Are you guys are clear up to here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you need to remember up to here. Next class, I'll tell you what is the use of each and every adapter here when we go for the adapter. Okay, to connect with the system, everything will discuss the adapters here because adapters are very, very important in a here. Okay, so we need to learn minimum. Okay, so 4 or 5 adapters. Okay, to attend the interviews. Right, that will discuss anyway. Okay, so first we'll talk about the business cases to go for the each adapter here.
After the tomorrow classes,
Sorry.
tomorrow class.
Saturday, right? Yes. Saturday, Sunday, we don't have any classes, only up to Friday.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, so whatever not there in predefined purpose, sir.
These are all predefined adapters what we have.
If it is not there, sir, we will get where we can get adapters.
If okay, so if it is not there for our requirement here, here we'll go to the Discover. There we can search for is there any add-on adapters available. Still, if it is not there, then okay, so we'll go ahead with the open connectors concept or different options from the integration suite.
Next class it will cover, right, sir?
Yes.
We can add whatever not available adapters, so we can add next class. Next class we will cover, sir.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll tell
Okay.
you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
No problem.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Nothing, sir.
Okay, good then. Okay, so if you are not there in the group, please ping me in WhatsApp and I'll add in the group. Otherwise, you won't get a new link. Okay, thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.